Recording now. Welcome back, Augmented Ones. Just Storm here with DJ Brad. And in episode 24, we're going over GBLOL. We're going over a handful of things. The Augmented Sync. Talking about the coming and goings for week 40 of 2020. All the new stuff coming. Hopefully it's fashionably on time for you, everyone. We're going to be going over our energy calibrations, how to stay healthy while maintaining physical and mental abilities in game or in real life. We're going to be going over the Wired article about Pokemon Go's fantasy being much needed, and GBLOL, GB Hell, maybe? We're going to be going over it. And the drama that tends to ensue anytime that anyone has a lag spike, because it's always the lag that killed you in game. It's how it goes. Stay tuned.
I would have had him. Had it not been for the lag.
Mm-hmm. Episode 24 starts now. Okay, so starting... What?
I was going to say, I can't believe it's week 40 of 2020.
Yeah, I know.
It feels like week 400.
Yeah. I think I may have to start dyeing my beard because all the grays are going to be showing soon, so...
I embrace it. I don't care. All the red hairs in my beard have turned white.
Yeah.
So...
Thank you, dear. Love you, too. She likes the salt and pepper look, so...
Oh, okay. That's the... You better not.
Well, yeah, with certain people, having the touch of gray here and there is a refined, sophisticated look, I guess.
Oh. I've seen Just for Men commercials all about that.
Yeah. Okay, so for the Augmented Sync. First up for week 40. Still going on for... Wait, no. That'll be over on Friday, I think, right? The Mega preparation for Gengar.
Which I'm so ready for. I got a shiny Hundo Gengar. I'm ready.
Yeah, it ends Monday. So.
Okay.
Starting with week 40, make sure you get in those Jessie and James battles, because it'll be the last chance that you get towards getting that shiny Shadow, Ekans, and Coughing. So make sure you get out there, or just load up the game here. Yeah, I got a shiny Shadow Ekans yesterday, luckily. Coughing still has been eluding me, so...
I haven't got either one of them.
Yeah. Yes, so the last day for it will be September 30th. So make sure that you just load up the game every so often, take them out. After that, who knows if they'll put Ekans and Coughing into a Rocket Pokestop? A Team Rocket Stop. But
yeah, I don't know.
It's possible.
Anything is possible.
Next up will be Ultra League for GBL. Will start up on Monday at 1 p.m. PST time. So if you need to do your Ultra League, or if you have to do any more Great League battles, you have until 1 p.m. PST time.
Okay.
Remember, that is the 2,500 CP cap. In addition to Ultra League, it will be Ultra League Premier League, meaning no mythicals or legendaries will be permitted in that Premier League. So it can help freshen up the meta and you're not facing the same old boring stuff. Especially since all the legendary birds were back into the ecosphere. So people are going to be catching them and using them right away because they're going to be fast level ups for everything. Speaking of, for Wednesday, Zapdos with Thundershock, the exclusive move, will be available during the raid hour, in addition all throughout the week as well. So get out there, get that Zappy Bird, and there is the chance for it to be shiny as well, so get that extra Thunder cooked chicken. No.
I need to see what they did, because I know initially when they released Zapdos, like way back when, they accidentally released the shiny variant.
Yeah.
Like it was and then I think they just made a different shinier version of Zapdos. I don't think they put it back to normal.
Yeah, I think it was might have been just a graphical thing where they brightened up the shiny model even more in Pokemon Go, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Let me look. Because I know it was something to do with the feet. You could tell from the feet that it was like, oh, that's clearly the shiny version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like bright orange talons.
Yeah.
Were part of the shiny form, but they still had regular orange talons in the normal form. So they just make its coloration a bit darker throughout the whole thing, so.
Yeah.
The other thing going on, right around the same time or so. Same time as raid hour, because September ends on the 30th. So wake up whoever you need to. And before September ends, you can do your Alolan Raichu field researches. You can turn them in and get the chance for your free-to-play Alolan Raichu, that is. Because outside of the GoFest Ultra Week, Ultra Unlock, Alolan Raichu was only available in raids.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one out in the wild. It's got the weird type combination so that you kind of wouldn't really see them in the wild anyway. In addition to just evolved forms are usually rare at that.
Yeah.
Except for Alolan Executor. That guy is out there way too much. Maybe it's because he's a giant tree and you just see him more often, but still.
You can't help but notice him every time he's there.
Yeah, you can't leave him out. So, in addition to that... Oh, right. So, after the Alolan Raichu leaves at 1 p.m. PST time on October 1st, Thursday, will be the day that it actually shifts over.
It bounces out. What's next?
It will be Shiddinja.
Oh!
The Pokemon that pretty much has almost no point in Pokemon Go at the moment. It's just a Pokédex filler, so right now.
Yeah.
If they introduce abilities or other stuff, then maybe, but...
that is weird. That's like why haven't they released Calcion? I know because it's got this ability, blah blah blah. Yeah, well, so does Shedinja, and you just released it with nothing. It was yeah, whatever.
Wait, what? Oh, the
I'm thinking
Kecleon.
Yeah, Kecleon, not Calcion.
It's probably something to do with that they want to save it for a big change-up. Because they waited to introduce Ditto until they introduced the disguised mechanic. Shiddinja, they technically haven't even released that fully. It's only been in the researches.
I guess that's true.
Researches from 2019 and now back again for 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, but without its ability, it's worthless. So if Kecleon's worthless without its ability, just release it. I don't understand the why one and not the other. but whatever. Whatever.
I mean, that could be November if they want
guess
to
it's
just
true.
push the subject with it. But just like Smeargle, they waited on that one too. They couldn't figure out the mechanic until they... It must be... They probably were going to release it, like... I don't know if you were on this episode or not, when we talked about the Route Maker. The Route Maker was basically, it was in the code, and it talked about a Route Maker.
I don't know if I was around when we talked, like, when it was talked about on here, but I definitely know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was in the code for a Route Maker, and we speculated heavily on that would be, like, players would either make it or it would be based off of a in-game ability. And this in-game ability could then be a... I gotta stop doing that. This in-game ability could be based off of the buddy system, which hadn't been reworked.
Right.
And the general assumption was you would path out in Pokestops, and then you could possibly race your buddy to the Pokestop, see the Pokemon there in the little AR map, whatever was created, and then it could also reveal other things that are in that general area, like extra items or a Pokemon that might be hiding in the shadows or something.
Yeah.
So it could have been that, just like Smeargle, they were waiting for the Photobomb feature to finally be finished up and rolled out for everyone. So they may be waiting on the Route Maker option for Kecleon to come out for it.
Right, okay.
Because that could probably be the best way that they could actually do that. Because they could then guarantee that it's in a certain time frame or a certain location, and that players will use it and discover the Pokemon, or the chance of discovering that Pokemon, while they're doing and completing this extra feature, and it gets more use out of the feature.
Okay.
So they drag it out, leave it going. That way, when they do finally release the Pokemon associated with it, that's how they release it. I think Weather was in there before Cast Form was, or it came at the same time, didn't it?
It was definitely close.
Yeah.
Cast Form definitely came out after the weather system was introduced, but it wasn't long after.
Yeah. So yeah, they're waiting on the next feature, which I think COVID probably threw the big monkey wrench into it. Because
do that.
Niantic had to shift gears and allow for features that could be enjoyed from at home before telling people, okay, you can go out, play in parks again. Meanwhile, the counties already closed the parks that you're not allowed to go.
Right.
Someone in Italy was arrested for going out and playing Pokemon Go during lockdown. Other stuff like that.
Yeah, that's got to be tough to police, especially since, like, every country and just about every country has some sort of different lockdown protocol or COVID response, and then some places within those countries have their own separate.
Yeah. Well, in general, it's for general safety and health. So that's why Pokemon Go, Niantic, they adapted and changed as much as they could for it. Which, come to think of it,
New Zealand that are clear at this point. Like, they're having sporting events and concerts again because they don't have anybody on their island. That's positive. Because everybody it's an easier situation to deal with because they have the only port of access is either going to be airports or ports, like actual seaports.
Yeah.
So just lock everybody down when they come in for 14 days, and that's that.
Yeah.
So like anybody in New Zealand could just go to the park right now if they wanted to.
Well, yeah.
I don't think
if they wanted to roll out a test for that area, they could. But from
that's true.
Anytime that you have anything rolled out and testing, the whole community is going to be in an uproar about unfair or just.
Oh, I know.
They want to play it. They want to have the new shiny stuff too. So.
Yeah, but they've done that before, where they introduced certain aspects of the game to region-locked areas.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like the coin rework is still being worked on.
Didn't they start it in New Zealand? I thought they did.
Yeah.
And then they opened it up to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Maybe.
Yeah, New Zealand, and then Australia, and then a few European countries, and a few other ones as well, so. It's probably those locations especially because they have the least Pokestop/gym density.
Okay.
So those players barely ever got the coins that they needed because there weren't any gyms around.
Right, there's not as much
there were probably
points of interest.
Yeah. Well, there probably were, but that's the thing. That was the problem with Ingress, that you can't level up in-game without those in-game locations because there's no way to get XP outside of it. In Pokemon Go, you can capture a few Pokemon here and there, use an incense, and that type of stuff, and you can min-max your XP from there. But if there's no Pokestops, you're not able to restock on items or other stuff as well, so. Hydration. Okay. Sorry, felt myself going cat and tongue there for a second there.
You're good.
Yeah, so they're waiting on a new feature to come out, or they're waiting on COVID to be cleared up so that they can introduce a new feature that will get people out there, and that would be Kecleon's release. They got to save something for the people that are trying. I think the longer you can leave a Pokédex up in the air, the longer you can keep those players in there if they were big Gen 3ers or something like that.
Right. I guess it's true. Keep people wanting more. I want more.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of wanting more, we went over that. Friday the 2nd, October 2nd, starts the Fashion Week. Actually, before we go over this, what you... So they haven't announced specifically the exact time for... Yeah. They haven't announced the exact date for Houndoom being released into Mega Raids just yet.
Okay.
But we can assume that it's going to be the same thing that happened... Weird shading, sorry.
No, you're good.
We can assume that it's going to be the same thing that happened with Mega Pidgeot, where it was released on a Friday. So, okay. It's Friday right now as we're recording. It hasn't been released, so they're going to wait for October. So they're going to wait at least until next week, release Mega Houndoom into raids for people to fight against. And from there, it will also introduce the extra chance at getting a shiny Houndoom. Because every time they've released a Mega, it allowed for the evolution to be shiny in whichever ways you can capture it.
Gotcha.
Just like if you were to find a Beedrill out in the wild, it's being shiny in GBL, or GBLOL, you could get a Pidgeot in there from one of your rewards from rank 1 through 4, I believe. And that has the chance of being shiny. So if you find a Houndoom out in the wild, hey, go for it. If it's foggy or very hot, maybe at night, I'm not sure though, you might be able to find a Houndoom out in the wild. So, good balls, good luck.
Yeah, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them. So, they exist. They're real. It's a thing.
Oh, yeah. I remember Pokemon Go had just first came out, or Gen 2 just came out, and we were driving down the road, me and the missus, and we drove past a cemetery, and there was a Houndoom on the Pokestop in the cemetery.
Okay.
I gotta make sure I add in the picture on here, because I took a picture of the Houndoom probably on the dashboard or something like that, just because, with the cemetery in the background. And it was just a very nice, interesting way to
just a cool
counter one of them, the dogs.
When Gen 2 got released, the day Gen 2 got released, they didn't announce it, and they released everything. I think just about everything.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Gen 2, I got into the car, and we started to drive around looking for stuff. And I remember driving, and she was like, "What is that?" And it was a For Alligator, but it was the the shadow on the nearby.
Oh,
I was like, I don't even know. I don't think I know much of Gen 2, especially not the starters. I didn't know any. I know some of the guys, but
yeah.
So we ended up catching a For Alligator. It was like one of our first Gen 2 Pokemon. I still have the pictures somewhere, but I got and by the end of the night, I had a For Alligator. I had the Totodile and the middle one, the Croconaw.
Croconaw, yep.
But caught him in For Alligator, then a Totodile, then caught a Croconaw. all within the same night.
Ah.
We were losing our collective minds.
I remember, I think I had saved the catch for it, or it was just really insane to find a third stage out in the wild at that time. But I had found a wild For Alligator while me and the missus lured up a Pokestop at Wet Willie's in Atlantic City.
Okay.
So it's still on I saved it, obviously.
Right.
It was on my birthday. We were getting Wet Willie's. Alcoholic beverages, slushies, delicious. You've been there before, right?
I think on the boardwalk we've popped in.
Yeah, they're on the boardwalk.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Laura got one of the slushies to go. You can get one to go.
Yeah. There's
the cups and then. Okay. Yeah. Then yes, I have.
Oh, okay, good. They're delicious. I can't really say nutritious. Not a cereal commercial here, but they're delicious and nutritious. But anyway, so I took a AR picture of it sitting across from us in Wet Willie's. Caught a For Alligator. Even put it on Facebook too.
Word.
Yeah, that's
I'm so
hype. Just how excited we were for it. And there was something else too, I was going to say. Oh, right. So yeah, talking about the Mega Houndoom.
Mm.
It means of catching... No, we're done with that. Basically, Niantic tweeted out that the best form of doom scrolling right now is Mega Houndoom scrolling. You see that tweet?
Say this again? The what?
I'll have to... Maybe I'll have it as our logo or something like that in YouTube.
Something you saw on Twitter?
Yeah. Niantic Labs tweeted out, the only good type of doom scrolling is Mega Houndoom scrolling.
Get out of here with that nonsense. You would like that.
Well, they had just done like a study or something talking about, oh, scrolling through all the negative stuff on social media is bad for your personality or just general disposition on everything.
Bad for your brain.
Yes, taking in too much negativity is bad for you. But there's only so much. You have a majority of power when it comes to your social media.
Yes.
If you have friends that are nothing but negative, do you really need them? Get them out of here. If you're liking pages that are sharing abusive stuff, why do you need them? Get them out of here. Don't follow people on Twitter that you don't need to follow or know about.
Dude, you're putting too much personal responsibility on people.
Well, let's just say these are social obligations. They have to have to maintain if they want to maintain their sanity. There's plenty of positive people that are sharing all the stuff that they could or should be, and good information. You don't have to always be feeding into what the Joneses are doing. You can just be...
But it makes my brain feel good, man. Come on. I get that endorphin rush.
Yeah, but that's only short-lived because you're going to end up looking for it again, and if you're always looking for it, you're going to find it with yourself.
Mm-hmm. You're going to start yelling about your friends to do your research, man. Wake up. Stop being a sheeple. Oh, I know.
Uh-huh. But anyway.
Yeah.
I really appreciate how awake Niantic has been for some things, so. Although, you okay?
We get an Amber Alert.
Oh. Not my area.
No, it doesn't look like it. Brooklyn, New York. Why is it? Okay.
Someone's VPN's overworking.
I don't have my VPN on my phone on at the moment.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. That probably does happen.
It's just being the Augmented Sync.
Yeah, for real. Get it together.
Yeah. It's fine. This is kind of the way it should be. That way it's not just regurgitation of information because it...
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, I can. If you want me to sit here and just read an article, I can do that too.
Yeah, exactly. So now into Fashion Week. Fashionably late for the episode, but still, hope you all are enjoying it. So
I'm gonna be screaming "Slay Queen" the entire time.
I mean, when you hatch that Smoochum out of eggs, yeah. So, costume Pokemon will be out and about for this event. A lot of costumes going on. It's October, so you definitely have to do that. And it's Fashion Week in Paris, so they're partnering with Pokemon Go, I guess. Because if anyone wastes money on clothing in-game, they definitely waste it in real life, I guess. Go fig. If you have to be fashionable in-game, then you have to be fashionable in real life. Maybe that's the ploy they're trying to go with. I don't know.
Maybe.
If the shoes fit. Oh yeah, Longchamp is the brand, per se. Longchamp Paris.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who they are.
Yeah, me neither.
It's just more costume nonsense to collect.
Yeah.
Love the events. From
Longchamp X event.
Oh, sweet. There's a Pokemon Go Safari Zone in Philly. I'm going to be attending from May 8th to May 10th. Woo-woo! I remember I had to cancel my But you rent houses, or you rent a room online?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell's that? What's that?
Airbnb.
Airbnb. I had to cancel my Airbnb, and they're like, "What's the reason for canceling?" And I was like, "Global pandemic." I don't know. I don't have any other real reason that I'm just not going to be able to go because we're not going to be allowed out of the house.
Yeah.
Well,
at that
being
point,
advised to stay in the house.
yeah, it was still advisory.
Yeah. No, because I canceled it shortly before Niantic turned around and canceled the event, and then a couple weeks later we were on lockdown.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember telling everybody a few weeks before it even started, I was like, it's gonna come. Get prepared. I gotta post be like, you should have at least 2 weeks of supplies around the rack at any point in time. Like a month before lockdown started. It's like, oh no. You should know. It's coming. It's coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I picked up I think it was a 5-pound or 20-pound bag of rice. Because even though I was working a Wawa, I didn't want to worry about perishable crap and all that. But still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Longchamp and the Pokemon Company collaboration, because that's going on, they will have a special fashion week in-game for Pokemon Go with plenty of new costumes to go around. And with
Animal nonsense.
yeah, I know. Whether any old costume now, they'll have the other costumes come back in the end. This will be
I'm supposed to be back in October.
Yeah. So for the new costume out of eggs will be Smoochum with a bow. So that'll be there. Kirlia will be in raids with the exclusive move Draining Kiss.
Oh.
With, instead of a bow, it'll be with a top hat. In addition to Shinx having the possibility of a top hat. For Photobombs, it will be Croagunk with a backwards baseball cap. So, just more costume Pokemon.
Yeah, just more Pokemon wearing hats.
No Caterpie yet.
At least it's not another Pikachu.
Yeah. What else we got? So
saving up my Google Play bucks so I can get more storage.
You're not maxed out?
No. I'm at 2550, I think.
Oh, okay.
What's max now?
I think 3K.
Okay. I'm getting there. I try not to just do it because I'm just going to fill it up like immediately.
True. Oh no, 3,500.
So up to 35? Good lord.
Yeah. So the other thing going on. Now, some of them may have the chance of being shiny with the costume. So, Shinx, Croagunk, and Smoochum. Kirlia is a little iffy because it's the second stage evolution.
Second F? Yeah.
So, unless they specifically have it happen, it might not have the chance of being shiny. Which, honestly, I wouldn't mind that too much. Because I was one of the people that got a shiny 100% Togepi. Oh, wait, no. It wasn't a... Hold on. It wasn't shiny, but it was a Togepi that was 100%.
Oh,
with I think it was a bow or a flower crown. Yeah. It was a flower crown Togepi, 100%. Can't do anything with it. Which makes me kind of hope that they introduce a way for just a simple button.
Take that stupid hat off.
Evolving will remove the costume. Simple as
Yeah.
that. You have the choice. Either you keep the 100% whatever it is at that, or you remove the item and you can use the 100% then. Maybe one day. The other things going on you may want to keep an eye out for this costume event is, in means of PvP Pokemon, Croagunk and Cottonee.
Okay.
They are good enough combinations for Pokemon that you'll be able to do a good amount of... They're high-ranked in Great League especially.
Right. Sorry,
I got Team Rocket here. I was trying to beat Jessie here real quick.
Oh. They got a grunt at my stop, and I don't care. Whatever. I should probably look and see what they've got.
Yeah. But when it comes to Cottonee, for evolving to Whimsicott, which will be a Grass Fairy type, the best PvP IV for that one is 0-14-15. If you can get it, then awesome. If not, it happens. But with them being increased for this event, now is probably a good chance for you.
Yeah, it's because I don't see them very often.
Yeah. Yeah, they're one of the ones that are the most recent Gen 5 Pokemons and such. Oh yeah. Also, Croagunk. Keep an eye out for them. I don't think they are... Are they? What? Yeah. They'll be increased in the wild as well, in addition to the Photobomb. But I believe it might just be the Photobomb one will have a hat on. Not sure whether it'll be out in the wild as well. If it is, awesome. If not, okay.
Yeah, well, not that big a deal.
If it doesn't have the hat in the wild, then you can definitely nail that PvP IV, which the best PvP IV for Great League for Toxicroak would be 1-15-15.
Okay.
So that's the layout for everything for those ones there. That's if you're looking for PvP Pokemon. In means of the shiny hunters out there, the newest shiny coming during this week will be Kricketot. Yeah,
I did see that.
That'll be the newest shiny, in addition to the costume Pokemon, if they're allowed to be shiny. Aside from Kirlia, like we said, the evolved forms don't always get that extra shiny chance, but it's a possibility.
Yeah.
And to reiterate what we already went over, Houndooms out in the wild or in raids will have the chance of being shiny since the Mega form will be released, as long as it does get released when this event does as well. So yeah, pretty much that.
Word. My rocket stop was Dragon, so I am doing it.
Okay. Dratini?
Well, that's what I'm fighting. Dratini, Dragonair, and then Dragonite. So.
Yeah, let me finish up with James.
It said, roar, how's the sound of that? I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think that would be Dragon.
It's Dragon, yeah. Well, as soon as I was like, oh, Dragon, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it can't be. I was going through the gamut of stuff, and I was like, I don't understand. All right, let's just see what it is. Like, oh, Dratini, got it. Okay.
Nice.
The deceptive red ring on a shadow Pokemon. Oh, I'm going to be so hard to catch. No, you're not. Don't lie to me.
Spoiler alert.
Not very good. Whatever.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Wayne Gretzky. Michael Scott.